To love God, to be a follower of Jesus, we must be willing to serve others. The fact that he said, if I, who am your leader, are willing to wash your feet, then you must be willing to serve others. So last week I was at this community meeting where all members of the community comes together and to talk about what's happening at the community. And this meeting is normally chaired by one of the senior pastors in the area. And for me it was a wonderful experience to see how this meeting played out. We had just started our meeting, and the chairman noticed that some of the people are still coming in and there's not chairs for everyone. He already started the meeting, so normally he would just signal someone, please go and get the people chairs. But this chairman stood up and he became a chairman. So he walked to a little side closet and got out some chairs and took it to the people and make sure everyone is seated and everyone is ready. And then we carried on with the meeting. It wasn't his job. He could have just asked anyone to help him, but he himself did that. For me, it was a wonderful, a touching moment. This year with Imagine, we are thinking about what it means to love local, what it means to be part of a community and how we can serve that community as followers of Jesus. During the Imagine weekend, we looked on the story of Jesus and the Good Samaritan, the story that Jesus tells about the Good Samaritan, and how Jesus wanted to remind people that to follow Jesus, to love God, is to be willing to serve others, even across boundaries, to cross the divides, to be sensitive to people's needs, even people that are not part of your group or your culture or your race. The story about the chairman reminds me of one of the stories that John tells about Jesus' life. In John chapter 13, we read about Jesus and his disciples being together during one of the Passover meals. And at one stage, just before they go to eat, Jesus goes and he takes a basin and a towel, and he starts to wash the disciples' feet. And that's normally a job that was reserved for either a slave or a servant. It's never the job of the leader of a group. And we see that Peter is stupefied by that. He says, please Jesus, you can't wash my feet. And then Jesus tells him, but remember Peter, if you want a part of me, you must allow me to wash your feet. Jesus did that to remind them that to love God, to be a follower of Jesus, we must be willing to serve others. The fact that he said, if I, who am your leader, are willing to wash your feet, then you must be willing to serve others, to wash people's feet. To love local is to serve others, to be a chairman or a chairwoman, to be sensitive to people's needs. We can serve in many ways. Sometimes we can serve with our hands, giving people our hands to help them, helping with chores around the house, at school, helping people with things that they need to do. We can give them some of our time. We can serve by saying, I will spend some time with you. During this time, let us serve one another. I want to give you the opportunity to reflect further on this by going through the Bible study now. And while you do that, either whether you're alone or with friends, let's think and let's challenge one another how we can love local by serving one another. When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. Do you understand what I have done for you? He asked them. You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them.